Spotify, where we teach you about your energy and your non-physicalness. And I am literally at the edge of the ocean. You guys want to see? Look at this. What? I'm bringing live musicscapes to you. Getting some of the ocean. There's some ducks out here. Oh, look at this. I found a giant crystal that the ocean gave me. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at this beauty. The ocean gave me a few of them. I love hunting for crystals. If anyone knows me, they know that about me. Oh, I got some seaweed on my board. Well, hello! I'm so happy to be here with you. I had to go to Newport, Rhode Island to get my ring light because I did a wedding. I forgot it. So I had to come back up and get it, but there's no complaints from me because I get to be by the ocean. And I thought the ocean would amplify a reading, so I brought some cards with me. So we're going to do a reading. You guys know the drill. I am a childhood psychic that just started developing her gift 4 years ago. We document that on TikTok. If you want to see what that looks like from our experience, we have documented it for you. And we have a podcast on Spotify called Spirit News, where we teach you about non-physical energy, how you're a non-physical entity having a human experience. I am your oracle, the chosen, whatever you want to say. Anyone can be chosen. You just got to clear your field. Everyone's divine and becomes karmic and divine again, which we learn here through the reads. We're your astral journalists, riding the waves of energy, reading what Spirit wants us to know. So energy is fluid. It can be past, present, or future, or it can even be an alternate timeline. So don't attach yourself too much to it. Don't make it fit. If it doesn't fit, it's not for you. Leave it for someone else. That's okay. Not every message will be your message, but this is going to be for somebody. So I want to keep that in mind. Our hopes in doing this is that we are of service. It truly makes my heart happy to be of service. We do personal readings. This isn't a personal reading. This is a collective reading. So if you want a personal reading, you can email me, patiencewithspirit@gmail.com. All the information will be in the description bar, okay? So, all right, Spirit, please put my protective bubble of love and light on to protect us from any weapons formed against us. And please put my invisibility shield on to make us undetectable from any weapons formed against us. I got some seaweed in my hair. And please put our golden armaments on to protect us from any weapons formed against us. No weapons formed against us shall prosper. Okay. Where should we go, Spirit? Tell your girl you want us to know by the ocean. Can you guys hear it? Oh, I love the sound of the ocean. And you can hear the ducks. I could stay here all day. I'm hoping I see a whale, quite honestly. If a whale wants to come say hi to me, I'm gone, okay, you guys? Why seaweed? Why are you so pretty? Oh, thank you. I don't know, because I'm so grateful, because I have so much gratitude in my heart. It makes me pretty. All right, Spirit, what do you want us to know? Who gives the messages to tell someone else? Spirit does. Spirit's like my catch-all phrase that, oh, you know what? I gotta put Spirit on, actually. I gotta put the necrometer on. It's a catch-all for God, angels, ancestors, loved ones, beings of love and light. All right, I got Spirit here with me.
Many years ago.
How many relationships have you been in? I don't know. Are we counting work relationships and family relationships and friend relationships? You know, that every relationship is a mission, is a assignment. So you're meant to have many relationships to help teach you lessons. Monologues. Spirit just said monologues. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. But indeed, I would rather have nothing but tea. Ooh, Spirit's about to give us some tea right now. Someone would rather have nothing but something. Jane Austen. Spirit just said monologues. I'm not really sure what a monologue is. Let me find out. Let me find out what a monologue is, because Jane Austen is an author, but I don't think she writes monologues. Hold on, let me see. Monologue. A long speech by one actor in a play or movie as part of a theatrical broadcast program. Monologues of Shakespeare. A long, tedious speech by one person during a conversation. There's someone here who wants to have a long conversation with somebody about some kind of tea.
Right eye.
Right eye. You guys want to hear something embarrassing? Oh my god, thank you, Kaden. Kevin! Kevin! What up, Kev? Good morning! You know, but before I knew what tea was, you know, everybody says, you know, sipping on the tea, like gossip. I didn't know that, so my old friend, she's like, you want to know some tea or something, and I literally thought that she was talking about having tea. She probably thought I was an idiot. So, but she helped me learn what tea is. So Spirit says, but indeed I would rather have nothing but tea. A long talk. Someone wants to have a long talk with you. And Spirit just said Mary. So I don't... Oh. My voice sounds like an angel. Oh my gosh. I wish that I was dead. Well, then there's something that you need to look at. If you feel like there's something wrong, then you need to look at what's wrong. Because that can't be your only answer for your solution. You'll just have to do it over again anyway. God certifies this reading. If the heart line ends here, this can indicate you're self-focused. So something ended. Something ended that had to make someone focus on themselves and stop caring about other people, to try to be more considerate about the impact of their actions on others. Somebody here wants to have a conversation with someone because there's something they need to talk about, because something that happened has indicated to them that they need to start focusing on themselves and stop having concern for others, and that it's time for them to be more considerate and to think about the impact of their actions on others. Interesting. Okay. Come on, Spirit. They thought that they were different, and that they carried a variety of shapes and lines. But this began to change and disappear over time. Spirit said background. Something in the background. Satsuma? Does anyone know what Satsuma is? I'm going to look it up. Satsuma. Visit my grave in Satsuma. Satsuma. Satsuma is a seedless, easy peeling mandarin? It's a mandarin. Why did Spirit say Satsuma? Something about a mandarin. Okay. Citrus unishu is a semi-seedless and easy-peeling citrus species, also known as the Satsuma mandarin, a Japanese mandarin. During the Edo period of Japan, Kisho mikans were more popular. Okay, Spirit. Spirit just said Satsuma. So maybe someone who's Japanese? I don't know. They thought that they were different and that they had something that they carried a variety, shape, and lines. But they started to notice this was changing and disappeared over time. The more lines they created, the more emotional they became. And it indicated that they weren't as practical as they thought and that they lacked spirit. Now they're getting signs from Spirit about creativity and intellectualness. They weren't as deep and wide as someone might have liked. and they had strong likes and dislikes. This is somebody who is very stubborn, somebody who thought that they're pretty much that they were like an intellectual, that they knew everything, that they didn't need to think about other people's emotions or the impacts or of their actions on other people. They lacked practicality, and they lacked spirit, or they thought they were practical but they lacked in spirit. They had strong dislikes and strong likes about, they were very opinionated. They didn't give much thought to creativity. They were more in their mind than in their heart. This person wants to have a talk with someone because they're realizing how self-centered they were. Well, M. Man, mask, mountain, mouse, mushroom. There was an arrival of a visitor, someone who wore a mask, or this person wore a mask. They put a mountain of power in front of somebody. 90. But they weren't careful about how they were moving, and they hit a bottom that stopped their growth, and it reversed them. It made them go backwards because some kind of action they took against somebody that was self-centered, because they're very opinionated. They were very self-focused, but now they want to have a conversation with whoever they did this to, or they put a mountain in front of somebody. They thought that they were an intellectual, but they lacked creativity. Air hand. They went up against somebody who's innovative and practical, who has a strong intuition. They didn't realize that their key traits were actually logical and reasonable. This person is sociable, inquisitive, studious, and easy to get along with. They went up against somebody easy to get along with. They put a mountain in front of them, and they they want to perhaps stitch back together some kind of relationship that they ruined with this person, whoever I'm talking to. Someone wants to have a conversation with you. Okay, go to school, Kevin. Have a great day at school. So let's find out why did this person put a mountain in front of you? Fire hand, long palm, short fingers. They were seeking an adventurous challenge that they thought would make them independent, and they weren't being very generous. They were gregarious. They enjoy attention. They like to be an initiator. So this is the kind of person that's very stubborn. They thought they were an intellectual. They wanted to go on some adventure that they thought would be fun and like challenging. So putting a mountain in front of you for power, just I don't know what yet, but they're starting to, something happened, something they initiated didn't go through. They initiated it because they're someone who's an attention seeker. They like to be the center of attention. They like to look like they're powerful, like someone of authority, but they're actually very insecure. Spirit said they're an animal. Maybe they were in their reptilian mind at the time. So, they were in their ego, basically. But now they want to have a conversation because they realize how self-centered they were and how inconsiderate they were, and they never even thought about the impact of their actions on others. They're hitting rock bottom now because their growth that they expected in this adventure is actually reversed them. It's reversed them. Venus finger long. this put them in the middle of a journey longer than they thought. It showed them that they have poor money management and that they have a hard time maintaining and establishing relationships. They didn't look at a love interest as a good sign, and they don't make good business partners. I think this person thought a lot of themselves, and whatever they did to you made them realize that they're not as intellectual as they thought they were, you know? And you're easy to get along with. You're inquisitive, studious, sociable, logical. They came up against somebody that I don't think they really judged this person right, because whatever happened is leaving them in a deep and wide crevice. Spirit said mourn. They're mourning because they did something wrong. Large fingernails. They want to be open and frank with you because they've affected your environment. But even in your environment, you still remain creative, imaginative, calm, and mild-tempered. You're still showing up for the world no matter what they did to you. And they're seeing that somehow. It's making them realize their shortcomings and that they're not what they thought they were. I think that's what they want to talk to you about. They may want to give you some kind of tea. It says, but indeed I would rather have nothing but tea. Or they perhaps, I would rather have nothing but tea. That could have been their mentality. That could have been the mountain they put in front of you. Oval fingernails. Socially minded. Take things in stride. They were worried about what other people thought socially. They like to be the center of attention. They can be very impulsive and angry. They struggle to assert themselves in an acute manner in front of others. They avoid confrontation. So this may have been something they've been avoiding for a while, but it's something that Ashley could be significant. The name Ashley.
Hunter.
I'm sorry you hate your life, Tim. I know that it's hard sometimes. You have to find what makes you happy. You got to follow what brings you joy. And Spirit always says that because of duality, just scientifically speaking, because of polarity in this universe and this planet, for every bad thing that you're experiencing, there is a good thing. Just for the balance. That's not, you have to find it though. And then you have to get so good at finding it that that's all you find. But if you choose to only find the bad things, then that's what you'll experience. So you have to, whatever's happening in your life, I 100% guarantee you there's something good for you to be grateful for. You need to find it. And you need to find that in every situation. It's called finding the joy. And that's my advice for you. Like even just going to the ocean, even just finding a crystal, even going to your favorite hot dog place and eating the best hot dog in the world, having a cigarette. You need to find something small. Start small. You don't have to figure your whole life out in one day, but if you just take one small step to joy and then take the next step to joy and then take the next, I promise you, you'll pull yourself out of that. But you got to take action. I pray for you. I'll send you a prayer. Well, if you don't want to enjoy life, that's your option too. It's all an option. You have free will. Nobody's making you do whatever you want. It's your life. You can choose whatever you want. It's a choice in the end. All right, so this person wants to come towards you. They want to have a heartfelt conversation with you about their actions and how they realize it's impacted you negatively. They were very in their ego. They thought that they were an intellectual, that they were doing something powerful. They may
The
have,
number is unclear.
the number's unclear. They did it, but they realize now in retrospect, they're realizing that they did it against, oh, confirmation, I got my alarm going off. They did it against somebody who's very innovative, with strong intuition, who's inquisitive and studious and easy to get along with. And they thought that this was going to be some fun adventure, some fun challenge that was going to give them some kind of generosity because they need to be the center of attention. They may have done this to prove to people that they're powerful in some way. Venus finger. They reached below the belt with whatever they did. They put the middle finger up in the air at you. They're a follower, Spirit said.
Don't mess with me.
Spirit said, don't mess with me. Spirit's mad at this person. Spirit said, don't mess with me. They didn't want to show their fear, their emotions. They didn't think that emotions or caring for people would bring satisfaction. So they were the opposite. They were trying to appear like some kind of tough guy or tough girl. What else, Spirit? Tell me more. Tell Mama more. How can we help? How can we get a higher perspective of this person's emotional state? How can we help?
Moved.
All right.
Access.
Access, Spirit said. All right, tell me more. Thank you so much, Spirit, for bringing us the messages. I love you so much. I got Saggy here, fire energy. Tim, why don't you email me? I do talk to passed away loved ones. If you want me to try to talk to your dad, I can talk to you. You just email me, patienceWithSpirit@gmail.com. And I'd be happy to be of service to connect you guys, okay? I'm 100% sure your dad would not want you feeling this way. Your dad lives through you. You're the legacy.
True.
True, Spirit said. True. You're the legacy
Correct.
of your dad. Correct. Your dad does not want you to be feeling this way. Your dad does not want you to end your life. Your dad doesn't want you to end your life for him because he's gone. That's the opposite of what your dad wants. Your dad wants you to live so your dad can live through you. Because Spirit lives through us. All of our ancestors do. They get excited when we have a passion for life, when we do things that bring us joy. They get to feel that and experience that. And they get to live things that they didn't get to do. When we heal things that they didn't get to heal, they get to do it through us. Spirit said true and correct. Okay? Remember that.
Energy.
Energy. It's all about energy. It's energy. Your dad is not gone. Your dad's just in a transition to another form of energy. That's all. So this person's realizing they broke the rules.
Or not.
They broke the rules to get out of some kind of world they were in. They thought that they understood what they were doing. They thought that they had insights to understanding, some kind of wisdom. They thought that they had some kind of plan in play, but they were very mistaken. This person broke the rules. They set their arrow on somebody and targeted somebody. Somebody who's easy to get along with and studious and practical. Somebody that didn't deserve to be targeted. And it's making them feel really bad about themselves. Neptune, sacrifice, I told you. Robin! Robin, if anyone wants a reading, go to Robin. Robin was magical. You're magical. I love you so much. I love you. That reading was fantastical. Truly. I was crying the whole time. In a good way. Thank you for that. Bless you. Bless your heart. So, This person was confused regarding the situation. This says sacrifice. They chose to sacrifice somebody, and it doesn't have to be in some magical witchy way, but they did target somebody who is a good person to gain something, because they were insecure. They could confirmation. They could have been threatened by this person. This person was in their ego and wanted to claim some kind of power over somebody, to gain something. But they put a mountain in front of this person and possibly affected their environment. Somebody who's calm, mild-tempered, imaginative, creative. So they sacrificed something in this person's life, and made confusion regarding the idealization of this person. They didn't want this person to bring satisfaction or to look like they were caring. They were yielding to only one way of being. They didn't understand that other people... Graveyard. Yeah, they were trying to bring a death to somebody's character that's actually a person of authority, someone in the upright. They set their arrows out on them and targeted them, but now they want to have a talk with you because they're realizing that their actions were not good. Venus. They were attracted to the pleasure of good times. You know, they probably like to party. This is somebody that likes to be the center of attention, that likes people to think of them as some kind of boss or something, and as some kind of social setting. I have social like 3 times here. They found themselves like an addiction to having this pleasure of people looking to them as an authority figure. And that's what they needed to be aware of, because they didn't see where it was leading them. It was actually leading them in reverse. They thought they were going towards rapid growth, and it actually put them in reverse, because they were stepping on someone to get to this place, and they found joy in it. They thought that it was fun to step on this person who's in the upright, which is never good, you guys. If you have to put somebody down to make yourself feel good, that's not what it's about. That's not love. That's not coming from a place of love. Oh, I just saw something in the ocean pop its head out. Man, if I could just see a whale, I'd be gone right. I'd have to go. I'd have to cut the live short. I got a Cancer and a Sagittarius. So this person was in their feelings about you. They had some kind of attitude from something in the past. Background again. Spirit said background. They were doing this in secret. They didn't want you to know. They were trying to protect their attitude they had about you from the past. Some kind of history you guys have. This person, I don't know who this Wayne, I don't know who this person is to you, but someone from your past may have been upset at you and wanted to assert some kind of dominance over you, because, I don't know, you have to take it as it resonates. You could have broke up with them, or you could have ended a friendship with them. Carolyn. But they're still in their feelings about it. And they may have teamed up with a Sagittarius that you know. It doesn't have to be, but it could just be that energy. Where they thought it was fun to sacrifice you in some regard, to cause confusion in your life. They put up some barriers to actually affect your environment, it says. You could have lost your job, you could have lost your love life, something like that. They were unyielding to the way that they kept trying to bend you, because they had an attitude towards you. I have right here that you're a joy, you're an initiator, that you're easy to get along with, that you have strong intuition. I have intuition 3 times. So you may be somebody that, saw this person's true colors, and that's why you decided to separate yourself from them, because you saw that this person was not trustworthy, these people. And I think they took that to, I think they got booty hurt, because they got booty hurt. They got butt hurt because you called them out on their bullshit. Or you just cut ties.
Tranquilizer.
Tranquilizer, Spirit said.
Not so.
Something about tranquilizing, not like literally but metaphorically. They possibly wanted to tranquilize your character because they were mad at you that you cut them off. I mean, in a nutshell. And they were jealous that you're attractive. They're jealous that you have high morals. They're like, oh, what, you think you're too good for me? You know, when you cut people off, Jonathan. Spirit said Jonathan. I don't know if Jonathan.
We hate it.
Spirit says we hate it. The Spirit hates what these people did to you. Jonathan could be a Cancer or Sagittarius. I don't know. Put it where it resonates. But they got mad at you because your cutoff game's so strong. Your intuition said this person's not for me, and you cut them off, and they took that very personal. So they teamed up with the Sagittarius, the 5th house. They were being a child. This says romance, and I have attraction here, so this could have been an ex or something. The power of love. This person's still in love with you. This person's very dramatic. This person could be like a painter or like does something. They like to gamble. They like to play games and gamble. They could have a gambling addiction. They like to take risks. They think that they're fun and romantic, but they're very dramatic and they act like a child. Alright, well that's probably why they thought this was such a good idea. Spirit said moving. They were upset that you cut them off. They took it personal. They think you're stuck up because you didn't want to talk to them anymore. But you know, that's what you're supposed to do. If there's somebody in your life that is not for your highest good, Ashley again. This is the second time Spirit said Ashley. So, Ashley, you're supposed to cut them off. You don't keep people in your life that don't lift you up, that are dramatic, that get all butthurt when you tell them the truth, that cause confusion in your life, that want to sacrifice you because you're in the upright. That's not people you want on your team, because then they're always going to do that. How can you trust the person who does that? So you're supposed to cut people off like that. And this person, your cutoff game's strong. They thought that they were going to be able to come in and out of your life whenever they please, and you said no. You put your foot down, and that's what you should do. But because you did that, they put up some mountains and obstacles in your way. Thank you, Spirit. Come through. And they did it on purpose because they thought that they could have power over you. It's kind of like the attitude of, I'm going to show you, you know, and that's their ego. They're a gambler, though. They have a gambling.
I love it.
Spirit said, I love it. They love it. They love being dramatic. They thrive in that shit. This is a person that has to always be causing some kind of dramatic kerfuffle to feed off of. It's somebody unhealed. The Spirit said animal again. This person's an animal. Oopsie. Friendship. I told you, they teamed up with somebody. They made some kind of connection or network, possibly with the Sagittarius, to sacrifice you, to make you not seem attractive. They took pleasure in it because they're a very dramatic person. And you know what I don't understand about people who do this? And I don't know. I just wouldn't do anything like this, so I'm trying to understand it from a higher perspective. It's like, okay, so you're mad at this person because they cut you off because you're not doing right. And then, okay, you ruin their life, but then what? What's the plan after that? This person, it says they focus so much on you that they actually didn't even care about how their actions affected anyone else. It says that right here on the heart line. But what then? What's the plan here? You put up all these.
I don't know.
I don't know, Spirit says. I don't know. So now,
Phantom.
yeah, Spirit says this person's like a phantom. They're insecure. They secretly did all this shit to you because you cut them off, but they didn't even think about what would happen once it was done. Like, how long is this gonna go on? To what end? What's the plan here? What are you getting out of it? So that's the thing, when you come up against someone who doesn't deserve it, you really got to question yourself, why? What am I going to gain from this? This person's not gaining anything except for heartache and pain, because nothing, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. They're a gambler. They take risks, live and learn. I guess that's what they got from it. They're learning a lesson through experience. They're doing some soul experience, soul work, because that's the only thing they are gaining from coming up against somebody who's in self-love. This person they came up against loves themselves, and they hate that. How can you hate somebody who loves themselves? That says something about you. If you can't stand somebody who's a good person, who's in the upright, and who has a good self-love practice, Noah, then you have to look at yourself. That's not this person's fault that you're a nightmare. This person is a nightmare. They're possibly suffering. There's some kind of persecution happening to them because of what they did to you. Because you're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. You're unconditional love. You're pure of heart. They hate that. If you hate somebody pure of heart, just know 100% there's something with you. Oh, they might be getting locked up. They might be wanting to come to you before they get locked up. Or this is in a mental prison. They could have done something to you, some kind of gamble they took to gain some kind of monetary gain that could possibly have them locked up. Spirit, tell me more. Yeah, some kind of natural disaster they tried to cause you, to some kind of risk. I told you, it says risk. Debaucher. Spirit said debaucher. Absolutely, this person's debaucherous. Here, let me just make sure we know what debaucher means. Debaucher. Excessive indulgence in sensual pleasures. Oh my gosh, and Spirit said absolutely. This person was doing something with a group of people, possibly 3 people, against you. Rock that was possibly sexual in nature, to cause some kind of mountain for a natural disaster for you, because they're actually a gambler. They're addicted to gambling. Indulgence. Oh my gosh, Spirit, come through.
10 o'clock.
Come through. 10 o'clock. Debauchery and indulgence is the same thing. This person was gluttonous in something they were doing against you over and over again. Oh, jeez, this person's a mess. They're stressed.
Fearful.
Yeah, they're in fear right now. They're in fear right now. Spirit, why is this person in so much fear? Oh, they made me drop all the cards.
Sure.
Oh, right here, look. They tried to cause some kind of trap for you. They tried to put you in some kind of trap to make you a victim, to try to trick you. Or to trick someone else, to trick someone else in your life, to come against you in some way. Memory. They try to alter someone's some kind of reunion. There could be someone that they separated you from, that they don't want you to be in union with, because this person's still in love with you. They never told you, though. It's a secret. Spirit said background. They've been doing this. Spirit said background twice. They've been doing this in the background of your life for a long time now. And Spirit said debaucherous and indulgent. So this is something that they got addicted to doing, that they wouldn't stop doing because they live in their ego. Spirit said mother. They could have...
Voices.
Spirit said voices. They could possibly have a mother who's passed on that was trying to talk to them, but they were strategizing. 11. They were. This person from your past teamed up with somebody you know to strategize some kind of
Leave me alone.
something for you to be left alone, for people to not be in union with you, because they were upset that you left them, but they're not. They needed to be left. Who wants to stay with somebody like this? They need to take responsibility for their actions, and they need to heal now, because what happened to change this dynamic? Fate. Fate happened. Fate happened. This person kept coming up against someone with self-love. You know, when God sees someone who's doing the work and sees that they're working hard to better themselves, God will protect them. They'll put them under protection. I bet you anything that this person is divinely protected because they're in the upright. They're doing self-care practices. Spirit, tell me more. Thank you so much. There's a creature in the ocean. What is that? Oh, it's a duck. Okay. I was about to go, you guys. I thought it was a whale. I'm ready to see a whale. A death. I told you, Spirit stepped in and had to stop whatever was going on. This person that came up against was going through a spiritual transformation. They were liberating themselves. This person was strategizing against someone going through a spiritual transformation. Now they're in a nightmare. They're in a nightmare, and they could be getting fortune. They could be getting card readings on you. Now they're overburdened with responsibilities and the Ten of Wands, because they basically tried to ruin your life. Basically. I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing at this person. Like I said before, to what end? Like, what was there? This was a fruitless effort that took a lot of work that they overindulged in. It became some kind of strategy, like a game. This person likes to play games. I have it right here. A gambler that likes to play games. Right here. Investment in gambling and other games. This person's addicted to gambling. And they took this as some kind of game to play with your life. And God said, hells to the no. That's what, 4 on the clock, 44. God said, hells to the no. This ain't, what are you, crazy? God stepped in because this person's doing spiritual work. You could be some kind of healer, or just, talking to God, maybe praying. They wanted you to fold on your beliefs, 7 of Wands. They wanted to, Okay, Spirit, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. This person knew you when you were karmic or something. They knew you maybe before you had children, because I have sweetheart here with the little baby picture. They knew you before you had children, and they were trying to make you fold on your beliefs. You're doing some kind of self-care, some kind of spiritual transformation. They were trying to prove to people, possibly people in your own circle, that you're not who you say you are, or who you are now. Because this person is immovable. This person doesn't change. This person is restricted to their limited belief systems of themselves. So they weren't able to see that change is possible in you, because they wanted to hold you, pigeonhole you to something you were in the past. And it became a game. It became some kind of, I have to prove everybody wrong or right, or prove that I'm right, that you are not who you say you are. You're not this healed person. And you possibly have children now. They probably knew you when you didn't have children. So they wanted you to admit defeat. They wanted you to fold on your beliefs, but you didn't do that. Because when you're on a self-healing journey, you don't go backwards. You just keep going.
Two spirits.
And I told you, two spirits. I have a Sagittarius
Turn it on.
and a Cancer here. They turned up the heat to try to overburden you and overload you, but now they're the ones who are burdened. Because you moved on. That's what you do when you heal. I just said that. You just move on. You don't, when you're in your self-healing phase and you're in a spiritual journey, you don't go backwards. They wanted you to be in a place where they could say, see, they're still the way that I said they are. But everybody is entitled to change. Everybody. You're not supposed to stay the same. So now you had to withdraw, and you're in introspection, self-discovery. I told you, I cannot make it up. And they have a limiting belief system that they never change. They're probably the same way they were when they were 16 years old. They could have possibly lost their mother at a young age. Spirit said mother and voices. Their mother could have been talking to them, trying to give them nudges, subtle energy to walk away from this indulgence, this debauchery that they were doing. This person was dead set. It became a game to them, a strategy. They thought you were playing a game with them. They were delusional. But you're the Queen of Wands. You have confidence and foresight. You matured. You're well-liked, kind, loyal, generous, confident, a competent woman. They wanted you to not appear this way because they knew you when you weren't as confident, when you maybe didn't have as much maturity as you do now. But that's what happens. You had a family, you had children, you grew up. This person couldn't stand it, because really the truth is they couldn't stand it because you left them. And that made them feel inadequate about themselves. They couldn't take that as, they couldn't withdraw from that, because that means that they're a loser, or that's the way they're perceiving it. It doesn't mean that they are a loser. That's just if this person doesn't want to be with me, then I'm a loser. So I have to make them seem like they're still this way, otherwise they're doing better than I am, because this person doesn't want to do better. But now, after all this shit that they've put you through, now they want to come to you and they want to talk about it. So that's up to you. I told you, because they're in a tower. They're in a tower now. They were having a revelation because they caused a disaster that caused unexpected changes in their life, and now all of their belief systems are shattering. They're collapsing on themselves. They're going into bankruptcy, natural disaster twice, and everything that they worked on to try to, they focus so much on you and trying to make you seem like you're not the new person you are, that it has put them in a tower. Oh, I cannot make it up. They wouldn't change their ways. They wouldn't change. They were immovable object. Hierophant. They had some kind of belief system that they were very rigid on. Oh my God, the sun's coming out. Thank you. This person did some funky things to you behind your back, and possibly teamed up with someone in your family or something. Some Sagittarius. See, I told you they want to confess, come clean. I told you. They want to tell you what happened, because they think that Because their conscience is kicking in now. Now their conscience is kicking in. You're this person's karma. You're literally walking karma. You push this person into some kind of realization about themselves. They want a peaceful resolution. I cannot make it up. They want to communicate. They want to compromise. They want to end the conflict. But really, you're not even doing anything. There's nothing on here that says you even retaliated against this. You didn't even know this person was up against you. But they want to come to you. They think that coming to you will... Spirit said warning.
Dark soul.
Dark soul. Spirit said warning, dark soul. I wouldn't entertain this person. They think that coming to you is going to fix their problems. It's not. They're gonna have to lay in the bed they made. Oh my gosh, yes. Look at this. I cannot make it up, my baby. I cannot make it up. With the Hierophant and the devil energy. I wouldn't let this person come near you with a 10-foot pole. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say. They're going to have to just lay in the bed they made. You're not going to be able to save them, and they're still in their dark devil energy. They got to deal with it. So you're over here living your best life, being a sweetheart, making friendships, you know. You're going to be fine. This isn't affecting you at all. You're divinely protected because you're doing self-care. You're on a spiritual transformation. But this person's possibly going to jail. So you can't save them from going to jail, so don't even think about it, okay? Debunk, yeah. They're going to be on the bunk. They're going to be on a cot, on a bunk, in a cell for what they did to you. Alright? I love you so much, guys. I hope it helps. See you on the next one.